Hi students, and welcome to week 9 in your online lifespan growth and development course. First off, I'll say congratulations. You have officially made it to the halfway point of the semester. So that's a big deal. As we enter the second part of the semester here, no better topic or more interesting topic in the lifespan course than to start it with adolescence. So, what a interesting part of our lifespan, as we all know, right? That those adolescent years, those teenage years. So this week, as we look at adolescence, our first chapter here with chapter 9, we'll focus on the body and mind. So this week we will take a close look at growth patterns in adolescence. We will talk about a big advancement in bodily changes, and that is because of the onset of puberty that happens during adolescence. So I just want to reiterate, puberty is not its own stage. Puberty is an event that happens inside of the stage of adolescence. So we will look at the difference between boy adolescence and girl adolescence and those changes that happen, the physical as well as the, cognitive and psychological changes that happen because of the hormone changes with the onset of puberty. So very interesting topic that will take us through our teenage years. Um, this week, let's take a look at our module here. I'm going to come back to this internet use and social media tracking in just a little bit, and kind of look here at, I often get a lot of questions about what do video games do to us? Are they bad for us? Are they okay? Are they indifferent for our development? So there's a video on the teenage brain and how it is impacted by video games and your chapter 9 quiz. And of course, your slides are in here. So let me open this. This is your writing assignment for the week. So let me open that up and let's take a closer look here. So this will measure your student learning outcome number 3. And you can see what that learning outcome is referring to right here. And we know from data that many teens are on social media. And so whether that is, a particular app or looking at YouTube videos or what have you, there's a variety right at their fingertips of ways that they're gaining information from their outside world. And so studies have shown that it can increase things like cyberbullying and social isolation, sexual exploitation, identity exploration, etc. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about that there are benefits. Their connection can still happen for some teens. That's, they can talk to people from different parts of the world that they maybe wouldn't have. There are some positive things. There are some good things. I don't want to discount that. But for this assignment, and really as we're looking at how it affects social exploration and so forth, a lot of these things are negative. And I just point that out because that is what our data and research is showing us. But I do make the point, it's not all bad, okay? So for this, and I realize we may not all be in adolescence, and that's totally fine. The idea is to take your own social media use, keep a media diary for just one day, and track your own usage and see how many hours. You might be surprised, you may not be surprised at all. So here what I want you to do is just really kind of track your internet usage, right? So, and this is for you. You're going to do some reflection and you'll have some questions down here to reflect on the data that you collect. So you can code it however you want to, that it helps you make sense. And when you type it up for me, that can look in any way that makes sense for the way that you tracked it. So, how many Google searches are you doing a day? If you're on the internet, is it work related? Are you doing your finances? Is it you're reading your textbook, right? Most of you, I would assume, have your ebooks that are on the internet. So just kind of take a look and get an idea of how many hours you're on the internet for work use, for school use, for personal use, for entertainment, etc. And then the number of texts you receive, and not just your, straight uh, whatever plan you have, that your text cellular plan is the word I think I was looking for right there. But also if you use any apps, I know there's so many, Facebook Messenger, all of the group messaging that you might be in. So all of that counts as text too. So even if it's a group text, okay? So have a tally of that. And then pick out, you can do it more if you want to, but what if you use social media, what are the 3 top apps that you use or social media platforms, and how much time in that day that you tracked did you spend on each of those apps? So for me, I would, possibly put in Instagram and Facebook, and that's how boring I am. I think I'm at the end of mine, so maybe I just have 2 of the 3. Some of you may have even more to put than the 3 that I have here, and that's totally fine too. And then if you play any video games online or on your phone, tally that up. So just a basic tracking for a 24-hour period. Again, this is for you. The reflection piece is really for you. So if you want to get into the time of day and all of that, that may be useful for you, especially if you're feeling sleep deprived or what have you. You don't have to include all of that for me, but it may be a helpful reflection for you of how much time. And then take that data, look over it, and then what I want you to do is answer these 3 questions. I'm not worried about a particular format. These can just be paragraph formats. I don't anticipate that you will need to do any research because these questions are based upon your insights and your own tracking and your own data. So there should not be a need to do any peer review article citing or APA citing. But just remember, if you do find the need and you do it, please make sure you use correct APA format on your citing. But again, this assignment is a reflection. I'm not worried. You're not writing an APA research paper for this assignment, okay? So make sure you're answering all of those questions based upon your tracking of one day. It is due on Sunday, October 23rd, as is your quiz, but you can turn it, if you decide to track on Monday, you can turn it in on Monday. You certainly don't have to wait until Sunday to turn it in. Please reach out to me if you have any questions whatsoever about that assignment or about this week. And I just want to mention you're doing a great job. Your journals have been really good. Your assignments, this impact and internet use is one of the assignments that fits in with your overall lifespan project. So significant grade, measuring student learning outcome. So make sure that you get that completed and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great week, everybody. Take care.